Here's Brody Brazil.
It's kind of crazy here in the first couple days officially of the baseball season. Yes, pitchers and catchers have reported both in Arizona and Florida. One of the initial headlines and storylines is that players don't like the brand new jerseys that they've been given for this upcoming season. Now, they're still made by Fanatics, and with the Nike branding, that's not new, but the actual chassis, the design of the jersey, the fabrication, all of that is all of a sudden just a little bit different. The players are noticing this. You'd have to assume that some fans with a close eye on the product that they buy, if they're going for that elite jersey, the on-field jersey, if they start buying it this season, they'll eventually notice it too. But as of right now, it's the players putting these jerseys on and actually performing in them. They've noticed the difference. Now, I've done a video on this already explaining kind of the controversy and the situation surrounding it. I do have some quotes to show you later. But first, I want to show you a video from somebody named Mike who actually has hands-on experience with all the different jerseys across the last couple of years. I'll let Mike explain it here in the video.
This video is for a select number of people that are really interested in the MLB authentic uniforms. I got my first one 2 years ago for Father's Day, a gift from my kids, and I couldn't believe the difference in quality between the authentic and the replica.
Which, by the way, is a common realization of most fans. You know, the jerseys they buy in the team stores across baseball, they're at a lower price point intentionally because if you buy the real thing, you're talking about high 100s, $200+ to get that real authentic stitched jersey with all the finishings and fashions on it. And most fans just, they don't want to spend that much. But when you put on a real jersey for the first time and it has a different weight to it and a different feel, that's a common realization of a fan right there. And you can see what is an on-field authentic Blue Jays jersey. Love Mike's dedication to the Jays here, by the way.
The last year and a half, I've been trying to get my hands on the white home Blue Jay authentic uniform on Fanatics because occasionally they have excellent sales and you can save like $150 or so.
Save $150, so that gives you an idea of what the price is. That might also be in Canadian dollars, but it shouldn't be a problem for a guy like Mike to acquire the jersey that he wants. Like, that should be available on sale at any point of the calendar year, during the season, off season, but I digress.
I haven't been able to find one. They haven't updated their product. Recently, they have the new 2024 home white authentic uniforms, and so I ordered one, and I was so excited to have it come in, and when it arrived, I was really, really disappointed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut him off here, but you can see instantly the examples and some of the fine details we're talking about here. From afar, you may not be able to notice everything, but up close, even as something as simple as the piping on the shoulder sleeve there, or the edge of the sleeve, he says, note the change in sleeve piping from stitched over, that's on the top. Like, that's the professional aspect we're used to, stitched over on top, versus the material being on its own, which is the new one. That's the Nike Elite one, the new one on the bottom, which is its own material. And look, none of us are professional stitchers, or I don't even know what the word is for somebody who makes clothes, but we don't fabricate clothes. None of us are actually in this industry. Maybe some of you are. I'm not. But even I can understand what good quality is and what to expect from a high price point versus something that is just a lot cheaper, looks a lot different, and might actually be less made.
Contrasting the quality of this new 2024 jersey to the one the Jays have been using in the last few years. So today I went to the Jays shop and I picked up one of the last remaining authentic MLB white uniforms that are probably available. There's only a few left at the Jays shop. Once they're gone, Nike's not making any more of them unless they change the jerseys in the next few years and go back. So I just wanted to showcase to you what some of the differences are. So I've got three laid out here. This here is the 2024 edition.
Which is the one the players are wearing right now and are not fond of.
Authentic. This here is the previous year's authentic.
Which was also made by Fanatics. I have one of those versions, actually a couple of those versions, from the A's, made by Fanatics, but with the Nike logo on them. And I've got nothing bad to say about them. The ones in the middle, the previous ones that Fanatics was making, were just fine.
And this here is a replica that I got for Christmas, which I was happy to get.
but it looks like a jersey.
But having had the authentic uniforms before, this one, it's
hard to go back
to replica after you've had authentic. It kind of feels like a pajama shirt in comparison. I know I'm sounding like a super jersey snob.
Nope.
I am.
You're good.
But, one of the things about this is everything is heat pressed. There's nothing stitched on. It's just heat pressed. Everything here, nothing is stitched. There's kind of a flat logo there, and another flat one here that's just heat pressed, and this cool base material, I think. And
you get what you pay for, right? And that's, I don't mean to diminish that low entry level jersey, but that's all some fans want. And if they spill their nachos on it, or ketchup or beer or whatever, no big deal. You're just buying it for the weekend or for a couple times a year. Some fans want that. That's perfect, and it's a replica. Other fans want, like this middle version here, the real thing.
This here is a number of years ago. I think Majestic was the first to come out with this style. This here has a flex base material, it's called. And everything on this is stitched. And so the logo here is embossed, as you can see. It looks fantastic. When you look at the letters sewn on.
Again, I figured out the word. I'm not a tailor. Neither are you probably, but we know that's what it's supposed to look like, right? That's a professional tier jersey right there.
They are absolutely every single thing on this uniform is stitched. Really high quality. The Batterman logo, it kind of looks where it should be, kind of at the top like that. It's got these breathable strips down the sides and everything.
Which is one thing I'll tell you, when I put on mine, I have a couple different of them, different versions, but they have that breathable strip, so when you tuck in the jersey, it doesn't get all hot in your pants, for lack of a better word. It breathes well. This is a well-made jersey, multiple different kinds of fabrics. Like, there's been some thought and some effort and a lot of design, and they did not do that old jersey on the cheap.
But this year's Elite jersey, they've apparently made the whole uniform out of a lighter material. But frankly, when I first saw this and felt it and looked at it, it kind of feels like a tea towel. I know, like I said, I'm a snob.
No.
The stitching on the front here.
It looks, let me wind that back a few frames. It almost looks like it's just stitched directly on, like there's not fabric that's sewn on as it's supposed to be. It almost looks like the logo is just embroidered right in there.
Just comparing it to the previous authentic, it just makes a first impression like it's. I think
he's going to say cheap.
Cheap.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know exactly why, to my eye, that looks kind of cheap.
No, but that's such a good point. Again, not all of us are connoisseurs of fabrication of clothing. We're not in the merchandise business. But we all have worn enough clothes and bought enough jerseys and worn enough apparel that we know what it's supposed to be like, and this ain't it.
And this looks just a little bit more professional. I definitely see a huge difference. They've gone back to the flat logo.
Look at that.
That are on the replicas. Comparing it to this embossed one.
Just look at that alone right there as a difference.
To me, it's no contest. This here looks way better. You can see they've lightened, the uniform is a little bit more of an off-white. And of course, they've done away with the strips down the side. Now, the stitch down the side, it actually is cut almost exactly the same way that the replicas are cut.
Oh no.
Like the stitching at the very top here, it goes like right at the very top, and the previous authentics, they kind of had a special, pardon the bad cam work here.
It's okay.
They had the seam at the top cut in just a little bit different fashion. So anyways, there's no name on the back here. I was at the Batterman. You can see on this one too, they've lowered it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a big difference between where the position is. It looks to me like it's almost a mistake. And they just, like the guy in Elf, it just looks to me like they proceeded with something that, I don't know. All I can tell you is my first impression when I saw this was that it is an inferior, cheaper product.
By the way, if you see that Batterman logo, it's moved down, and then the names on the jerseys have this arch even when they don't really need them. Usually your name is kind of between your shoulder blades. Now the names are almost on the back, the high back area, with this arch that just is not a prototypical thing you see in professional baseball jerseys.
It's still looks like it's stitched on the inside, but
not the same
I
though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, you compare the two.
Yeah.
This one feels like something the pros would wear. This one here, honestly, like I said, the material, it kind of feels like a pajama material or a tea towel. And maybe it'll be more comfortable for the players, but when you're spending a lot of money on an authentic jersey, this here does not give you the feel like it was money well spent. It feels like I was duped into paying more money for nothing. So I'm actually returning this one. So anyways, I hope this is helpful to some of you that are curious about the new MLB Nike Elite uniforms. Maybe you love them. Make a comment. I know I might be the Simon Cowell of jersey snobs here, but I couldn't find any videos when I was researching this myself, so I thought, well, I'll make one. Maybe I can help somebody out who's thinking about buying one too. So cheers.
And Mike, we appreciate that, and I hope you're okay with me platforming your video here by making this response to it and adding on to what you've been saying. I just think more people need to be aware about this. If this is what you're going to buy, this is what you're going to get. Some things have changed here behind the scenes. Now, let me just say this. We're talking about this mostly from the fan perspective. Like, fans won't be maybe necessarily happy when they get their hands on this, and they don't know about this fully yet. Like, the season hasn't started yet. But again, going back to the players, have you seen what they've been saying about it? This is from Angels outfielder Taylor Ward, and I apologize for not putting it up on your screen. I'm just going to read it here off the phone. He said this to The Athletic about the new jerseys, quote, "It looks like a replica. It feels kind of like papery. It could be great when you're out there sweating. It may be breathable, but I haven't had that opportunity to try that out. But from the looks of it, it doesn't look like a $450 jersey. So far, thumbs down." Now, Fanatics, along with Nike, again, Fanatics makes this and puts the Nike logo on it. They've claimed that they're trying this new jersey to make it more sustainably made and to make it more breathable, to make it more comfortable to players. And yeah, look, there has to be some give and take in there about the type of jerseys and design. And they said they used the players' input to make all of this new Nike Elite jersey happen. But if enough players are not happy with it, let me tell you how it's going to change. They will get what they want changed and remedied ASAP. As much as the fans will have their voice and they will have their say, and that will come, the players right now kind of being this first part of feedback, and they're the ones that are most important on the field, this will be addressed because the players are pointing it out, and hopefully it leads to fans getting a better made jersey and a purchase that they're actually happy with. So anyway, that's a little update on the Nike Elite jerseys. Again, it's kind of amazing that this is one of the biggest headlines at the start of spring training 2024. You've made it here to the end of the video. You know I appreciate that. Thumbs up down below. That'll help me greatly help me and this channel grow. And also, if you're just stopping by here for the very first time, I'm happy you found me. Really appreciate that. But make sure before you leave, you subscribe so I can definitely see you back here next time.